We had a student who was late to school every day, and they were falling behind on their academic work. When I pulled the student down to find out what was happening, the parent was getting home from their night shift every night. They didn't have enough money to buy food in advance. So the parent would get home from the night shift, would give that student the money, and she would go to the store, go to the gas station, because that was the closest place, and would buy a box of cereal to feed her younger siblings. So she was coming home with the cereal, feeding the younger siblings, taking them to school, and then getting to school herself, and she just wasn't able to get to school on time, doing all of that. When we were able to provide her with a few boxes of cereal so that she was able to have food in advance, she was able to get to school on time, she was able to attend that class, get all the work made up for the class, and was able to pass, and she graduated a few years back. Food insecurity is something that a lot of our students face. Sometimes that looks like parents going hungry so that their children can eat, or alternating meals for different students at different levels. In the high school, sometimes we see students giving food to their younger siblings to make sure that they're not going hungry. So a district-wide food pantry would be beneficial for students because we would be better able to guarantee that our students are not going hungry and that we're able to give them the food that they need in the moment that they need it. If we had refrigeration at each site and each school, we would be able to make sure all of our students are eating dinner at home and that they're able to get a well-balanced meal. For example, last week I had a student come in and she's hungry. She doesn't have any food at home. And one of the meals that I have from the food pantry is I have boxed macaroni and cheese. And my students look at that and they can't take it because they don't have milk to make the macaroni and cheese. They don't have the other ingredients to provide that. They only have canned vegetables, which are salty and heavy to carry home on the school bus with the rest of their school books. And providing them with the resources so that they can get the food that isn't coming in a can, it isn't shelf stable, will allow them to have a more well-balanced meal. We want our kids to learn so that they can be contributing members to society, and they're not able to learn if they're hungry. They're not able to pay attention in class and to move on and become those contributing members of society that we want to see if they're going through life hungry.